We have a wide-ranging conversation today, so why don't we dive right into it? Let's first talk about some news that broke over the weekend. In a stunning reversal, because President Biden and his administration have said they wouldn't have done it for months, the president pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, and the move effectively erases tax and gun convictions against the president's son. What's your reaction to the move?
Well, it's unfortunate. It further really decreases trust of American people to our government. It shows a double standard and hypocrisy. I mean, it was expected that he's going to do it. It's expected that politicians are going to lie, and as he did lie, but it's unfortunately undermines our system. And really, our system is based on the equality of rights and for all Americans, and have a judicial system, to be honest, that American can trust. And right now we can see that we have political elites. They have their own laws and standards, and their children and families, and and we have everyone else. And I think that is a very, very dangerous trend and can undermine our fundamental principles. I mean, it wasn't like Hunter did something, political. It's actually, he actually defrauded IRS. He was spending money on adult entertainment. Any other American would be in jail for that. They didn't even really press charges on that. They had let statute of limitation expire, got smaller charges, but even got away with smaller charges. And it's really, it's a very serious precedent sets for the future of our country. And you can see what they do and how they treat President Trump, and you can see how they treat President Biden or Clinton or, and the rest of their family. It's very different.
Let's talk about that precedent it sets. I was speaking with your colleague, Congressman Tim Burchett, yesterday, and he agreed that the precedent it sets is that no one's above the law, except if you're the president or perhaps a president's family member. President Biden isn't the first president to pardon a family member. Would you support some sort of law that says, hey, presidents cannot pardon any family member?
Well, I think, it's going to be ultimately, I'll be honest with you, the laws we don't set up for family, not families, but I think we need to start thinking what elected politicians, are doing or not doing, and really what standards they set and for everyone else and for themselves. I think it goes back on their legacy. It will go back on him, and really, I think it's going to taint from both sides of the aisle the legacy of, which wasn't very good, at all. I will be honest with you, of President Biden, but I think it's going to get it even worse. But I think, unfortunately, it's not just, fixing by the law related to the families. There is so much corruption over there and self-dealing and so much money in the whole judicial system, Department of Justice, FBI, being corrupt all across the board. They prosecute people for political reasons, and we have cartels and criminals roaming around on the streets and open borders, and then school board parents or people just show up unhappy with government on January 6th are sitting in jail. So I think there is much more to do. It's really going to be on President Biden, but I wouldn't just, this point start dealing with specifically this laws. And I hope that American people would start thinking we don't have dynasties, we don't have kings and successors, and we're ultimately a republic, with equality of rights, and maybe we'll start, electing better people.